Good morning. Set, let everybody get on.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. So, upper body day. Got it all happening. So, I have an assortment of weights because I know some things I can do heavy, some things I should not. So, just be aware. Today, we're going to do sets and reps for most of it. So, no timers until we're not using weights anymore. All right, we're gonna start out with a single arm bent over row. And so this one is typically heavier weight. You can put your hand on an elevated surface, or you can even put your hand on your leg. I like to do a staggered stance with my feet here. It makes it feel easier. If I have one foot out in front, this would be the side that I put my hand on. Then I have space for the weight to just kind of come straight down, right? Because this foot is back. It should show you what I'm talking about. So staggered stance, so that when I'm bent down, this weight comes straight down. Okay. Again, I'm going to put my hand on my opposite leg here. You can definitely put your hand on a bench or whatever you have if that feels better too. We want to bring this weight low and then row it up. Okay. These are heavier weights. This is your starting the lawnmower move. We're going to do 15 of them on one side and then 15 on the other side. Okay. Whenever you're ready. Sure, your chin is close to your collarbone. We're not looking straight ahead. That'll tweak your neck. Fifteen on one side, then 15 on the other. Whenever you're ready. And chin is near our collarbone. We're not looking straight ahead. Okay, then we're gonna hit biceps. Oh, probably not as heavy as you just were. First up, we're gonna do a standard curl, which means weights are out front. Elbows are right up against our sides. This is our anchor point. We want them against our sides. Curl all the way up, all the way back down. You can use heavier weight, but make sure you're not using your body to pull your weights up. Okay. We have 15 of them. So shoulders are down. We're not living here. We live here, our neck hurts. Keep our shoulders down. Team, take a second. Okay, from there, we're going to go into our hammer curl. So more bicep. These, our weights start out at the sides of our body. Elbows are still our anchor point, so they stay close to our sides. And again, make sure your shoulders are down. They're not up at your ears. If they're up at your ears, you're tweaking your neck. Hammer curl all the way up, all the way back down. 15 reps. Shoulders are down. Something you might have to do after every rep if you're feeling tension in your neck. So now we're going to hit shoulders. Shoulders tend to be lighter, right? First up, we're in our front raises. So front raises, again, when you grab your weights, make sure your shoulders are down, right? You can kind of use your brain and make sure that the weights are kind of weighing your shoulders down. If you can picture that. You don't want to be here, right? Shoulders are down, weights are out front. We're going to lift up to shoulder height. And again, making sure after every rep that you didn't get tense and pull your shoulders up to your ears, right? We have 15 reps on our front raises. Still in shoulder mode. So now we're gonna hit our presses. So weights are in front of our shoulders. Okay. We're gonna press up and together. Again, with this, if you're reaching so far up that your elbows or your shoulders are coming up to your ears and you're struggling there, that's too far. Start out at your shoulders. We want to keep our shoulders down and just press up. You don't have to stretch up and hurt yourself. We don't want to hurt ourselves. We want to get stronger. 15 reps on our presses. Take your time. Okay, this is going to be our timed part. We are going to do a few things in a plank position. So, however you need to do your plank, you can do it on an elevated surface or you can do it on the floor, right? Sitting here. Okay, so when we're planking, you can do a high plank, which means you're up on your hands. But if your wrists bother you, that's probably not the way that you want to plank. It would be better if you did a forearm plank. Okay. So, again, totally acceptable. We just want to make sure that our body is flat. We cannot have our booty up in the air when we plank. We don't engage our core in the same way in doing that. So, for this first one, we're just going to hold a plank. Again, high plank or forearm plank. When you get into position, I want you to take a big, deep exhale. Your ab muscles are going to suck in when you do that. You want to hold them there. You're not sucking in like you're trying to be skinny, but when you exhale, you'll notice your ab muscles flatten up. We want to hold them there. You should still be able to breathe or talk. So we're not sucking in. We're just holding our abs in their contracted position. All right, ready? Go for it. Again, make sure you're not looking up and in front of you. You should be looking at the floor. Your neck should be in a neutral position. Getting close, guys. Almost there. And rest. Take a second, but stay where you're at. Not out of the woods yet. Okay, so now we're going to do our shoulder tap. So we're planking. Again, you can choose on your hands or your forearms. And we're going to touch our opposite shoulder. Okay. When we do this, we want to move our body the least amount as possible, which is really hard because you are throwing your weight balance off. But we want to be moving as little as possible. Our core muscles are helping to keep us stable when we do that. Okay. So, again, when you get into position, big deep exhale, hold your stomach muscles to where they are feeling tight and engaged. Okay. Ready? Go for it. Almost there. Rest. Stand down for one more plank exercise. Okay, so now we are going to hit our up downs. Up downs are when we start out in a high plank, so on our hands, and then one at a time we go down to our forearm, down to our forearm. In this situation, if planks really flare your wrists up, you're going to want to do these on an elevated surface so you don't have as much weight on your wrists. Okay? All right, ready? Go. Starting in a high plank, going down to our forearms, back up to our hands. Your belly muscles should be engaged. Almost there. And rest. Okay, we are done planking today. Well, not today, but right now. Come back up. Get ready for weights again. Done planking for now, anyway. Okay, we're gonna go back to our single arm row. Again, you want to be challenging yourself with your weights here. These muscles are capable of doing heavy. So again, I like to stagger my stance. You don't have to do that. It's just a pointer. Putting one hand either on your thigh or on a surface, whatever works. This weight is stretched pretty far down. And then we're going to start a lawnmower. 15 reps on each side. Okay. The biceps. So first up, we're going to do a standard curl, which means weights are out front. Remember, our elbows are our anchor point. So we want them up against our sides. Don't want to be swaying our body as we lift. Okay. If you can't move your weights without using your body, consider dropping your weight. All right, 15 reps, full range. Then we have hammer curls. Hammer curls, weights are at our sides. Again, our elbows are anchored at the sides of our body, all the way up, all the way down. Yes. In just a second, we head into shoulders. Our first move is our front raise. So again, shoulders down. We want to lift our weights just to shoulder height. If you get tired, we tend to lift our shoulders up to our ears when the reps are a struggle. Okay. After each rep, make sure your shoulders are down. Right? 15 of these. Second, we do our presses. So again, with presses, with anything upper body, if you're feeling it in your neck, that means that when you're struggling with your weights, you pull your shoulders up. All right. So with our presses, if we are fighting too hard to get way up high, we're going to recruit trap muscles. So don't worry about stretching super high up. If your shoulders are moving up towards your ears, just go lower. It's not worth being laid up, right? We have 15 reps on our shoulder presses, making sure your weights are in front of your shoulders. Okay, you're gonna hit our plank things with your times. So get wherever you need to be for your plank. Remember, you can always modify. It's supposed to be a challenge for you, not impossible. So first up, we're just gonna plank and hold it. Again, you can choose to go in a high plank on your hands or a forearm plank. The most important part here is when you get into position, you exhale a big exhale and then hold your abs in the position that they were in when you blew that air out. Okay. Ready? Go for it. You're halfway there. So close, you guys. Hang tough. And rest. Remember, don't go anywhere. The next up, we're going to do our plank and shoulder tap. So again, you can do these on your forearms or in a high plank on your hands. We're going to plank and touch our opposite shoulder. Our bodies are naturally going to want to rock as we do that. We are trying to be as still as we possibly can. Okay. Again, right when you get into position, exhale, hold your core muscles in that position that they were in when you blew all your air out. Ready? Go for it. Almost there. and rest. Take a second. One more move. So we have our plank up down, which means we start in a high plank on our hands, and one at a time, we're going to go down to our forearm, okay? Then back up to our hands, one arm at a time. Again, when you get into position, exhale, hold your belly muscles in that position. Ready? Go. Almost there. And rest. That's it for us today, you guys. Even wrapping up a minute early. Great job today. I hope you have an awesome Tuesday. I will see you back here Thursday morning and we'll hit lower body again. Bye, guys.